So we just did a story yesterday out of Nashville where the teachers union and the teachers are speaking out about the level of black violence in their schools and their classrooms and how teachers are under assault and danger every day. They were very specific about what was going on. So I want to encourage you to go back to myminds.com/Colin Flaherty page and check that out, or wherever else you find my videos on YouTube or wherever. But I wanted to add just a couple of these because these are ones we've done over the last year or so. And I just wanted to kind of remind you that this isn't just Nashville. There's a lot of talk about this in Memphis, a lot of talk about this down in Mobile, Alabama. We've done stories like this out of Baltimore, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Green Bay, Brooklyn, New York. Tons and tons of stories about teachers under assault. And if the teachers are under assault, what do you think the rest of the school is like? They tell you that there's no order. Everything's chaos. People running in and out of school, smoking dope in the bathroom. This is grade school. Here's some reminders.
Live with disturbing claims from a teacher. Jason?
Well, this teacher shocked those listening to her allegations here at the school board, including one episode involving two students, a fight, and a broken calculator.
I had a student take a calculator and beat another student upside the head, broke the calculator, was not suspended.
Math teacher Danita Martin's tales of school terror prompted gasps from this crowd.
Another student got the scissors and started making a stabbing motion. When I went to administration, they said, well, he was already suspended earlier today. What am I supposed to do?
Martin told members of the Shelby County School Board that student behavior at Grandview Heights Middle is at an all-time low.
I'm called by my students gay, lesbian, dyke, sir, and my favorite, white girl.
She cited the ongoing verbal assaults as primary reasons for her pending resignation.
Students tell me, who the F-bomb do you think you're speaking to? And shut the F up talking to me. But they go unpunished.
When the teachers try to control them, they even irate with the teachers.
Parent Latrina Robinson came up to us during dismissal Wednesday to offer her account on the state of students here.
They shouldn't have to come to school and be worried about being picked on and teased on and all that. And then they come up here and be like they just got it under control, and they don't. They can't control these kids.
She said she's moving her son out of the school as soon as possible, following the lead of at least one teacher. And take a look at this. This is a statement Shelby County Schools issued in response to Ms. Martin's claims. It reads, quote, the allegations made last night were very serious and we will need to investigate before we can provide an official response. Meanwhile, I tried to follow up with Ms. Martin myself via her district email and phone number. I was unsuccessful, though she remains an employee for now. Reporting live from SES headquarters.
Dig deeper to separate.
You've probably noticed some changes watching Way 31. We're redefining what hometown news means.
We are going to ask questions other media won't. Dig deeper to separate fact versus fiction and hold the people in power accountable to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bill Young.
And I'm Demetria McClinton. The goal is simple: protect, inform, and invest in hometowns across the Tennessee Valley. It may not always make us popular with officials, and that's okay, because we don't answer to them, we answer to you, just like they do.
To ensure everyone knows this, Way 31 created an investigative unit. We're calling it the I-Team. Over the past month, the I-Team looked into complaints about students assaulting teachers at a school in Huntsville. The interim superintendent calls it fake news. Well, Mr. Drake, we don't do fake news. And Way 31's Heather Mathis will prove that by showing you pictures of injuries and complaints filed by teachers who are concerned about what will happen next.
Something bad is going to happen. It is a ticking time bomb in the school.
For the first time since Way 31 broke the story, 4 teachers from Rolling Hills Elementary School in Huntsville are showing you the injuries they claim students caused in the classroom.
It is a dangerous place to go to work.
They stepped forward after interim superintendent Tom Drake tried to deny Way 31's discovery about students attacking teachers.
Folks, there's been some fake news about Rolling Hills.
It was really a slap in the face to say this was fake news.
One of those teachers gave us these pictures of injuries suffered after they claim a student threw a chair at her. The injury sent her to an emergency clinic.
I do not feel it's part of my job to be assaulted every day.
Another teacher showed us this picture of a bullet they claim they found outside of their classroom door.
They find knives. They find bullets. These kids might be coming to school armed and ready to go. I'm scared. I'm scared for our children.
Way 31 repeatedly asked to speak with the principal of Rolling Hills.
I'm also calling to request again. I would like to sit down with the principal at Rolling Hills Elementary School.
The district never responded to our request, so we took the photos to Huntsville City School Board President Elisa Farrell.
There are bruises on a foot, I see, and bruises on an arm. I can't tell. That looks like a bug bite. I'm not sure what that is. If this is happening in the classroom, they need to be more actively engaging in getting the district's attention.
But the teachers tell me they tried to get the district's help. They believe after being ignored, the district also belittled them.
I don't know if you've seen elementary kids or not, but they're the cutest little thing there was. They'll come up and they'll hug your leg, but I might also kick you in the shin. And I want to make it clear that for the most part, I'm talking about accidents, not assaults.
These are not accidents when a child comes up to you and hits you as hard as he can. It's not an accident when a child throws a chair at you.
Farrell's only recommendation was to document any attacks.
These happened at the school, then she definitely should have reported them.
But this teacher did file this on-the-job injury report. Way 31 wanted to know more, so we requested all of the injury reports from Rolling Hills Elementary School over the last 2 years. We uncovered 14 different reports of students injuring teachers. 4 of them listed that they sought medical attention. One because she claims a student hit her in the ear with a phone receiver, causing headaches and vomiting. Another shows a student flipped a desk, landing on the teacher's feet.
I don't understand how that's an accident. They mean to hurt you. I think that maybe they feel ashamed of what's going on. They want to cover it up.
Huntsville City Schools is under a federal desegregation order by the Department of Justice. It says the district punishes minority students unfairly compared to white children and listed a series of corrections. These teachers believe the district is turning a blind eye to their complaints because of the DOJ order.
I think that we have administration whose hands are tied because of this issue with the DOJ.
After our first story on Rolling Hills aired, the school district hired a behavioral interventionist, but teachers say it's not enough.
Nobody understands how bad it is. Like, come into the school, sit a full day, witness it firsthand, and you will see how much assistance and help we need.
We dug through the Huntsville City Schools HR reports. They show since May 2014, 28 teachers have quit. Since our sit-down interview, 2 teachers we spoke with also resigned, saying they were scared for their safety.
You know, I have so many kids that come up to me and they say, I'm so scared to come here. I don't want to be at this place anymore.
In Huntsville, Heather Mathis, Way 31, Hometown News.
2 of these teachers told us after our interview, a Department of Justice representative contacted them by phone to learn more about the disciplinary problems at the school. The DOJ declined to comment about any conversations with these teachers. And Farrell says the school board is unaware of any investigation into the elementary school. On WayTV.com, you can see copies of the teacher complaints, letters written by students, and a new verification form that shows how we learned about this story and the steps we took to confirm it.
Now to attend, they sign on to develop young minds, but lately teachers are finding themselves under attack.
The students they are serving are in many cases turning on them in violence. Tonight, a look at a troubling trend behind the schoolhouse doors. Here's WREG On Your Side investigator April Thompson.
It's just a different type of child.
I've never seen so many disrespectful, defiant children in my life.
Angry children. Children that don't fear authority.
Behind the books and lesson plans is a fear among teachers.
Because of the stress, because of the exhaustion, I started having migraine headaches.
It's not the workload, but something many never expected and are only willing to talk about with their identities hidden. They're students, kids, who instead of obeying authority are constantly challenging it, violently.
Today, one of my colleagues was pushed by a student, and then the teacher assistant was pushed by the student again.
It's happening in classrooms across Shelby County. WREG investigators got a list of teachers attacked by their students in 2013 and 2014. A laundry list of shocking incidents where students kicked, punched, and grabbed teachers by the neck inside schools. This former Booker T. Washington High School teacher says students attacked him 3 times this school year. In September, a student he was taking to the office threw a glass mug at him.
And he steps away from me and he hurls it at me, at my face. And I threw my hand up and it hit the tip of my finger.
The teacher went to the doctor. A month later, the same teacher was jumped again by a student and his cousin after trying to take the student to the office.
They both jumped me, and my first swing, and I was like, wait, you're not supposed to hit these kids, but you're supposed to protect yourself. So it's a double-edged sword when you're a teacher.
The teacher ended up with the torn rotator cuff. The last straw, this past November, when he told a disruptive student to leave the classroom.
He walks towards the door, then he comes right at me and throws the elbow at me and pushes me up against the wall with the principal sitting there. I tried to go back and teach, but this was the 3rd time, and I said, you know what, I can't do this.
The teachers' union says it's getting to be too much.
In my 41 years of teaching, I have not seen such an avalanche of bad behavior, disrespectful behavior, mob-like behavior of children in schools. It is to the point of teachers are leaving this profession in groves.
We asked Shelby County School Superintendent Dorsey Hobson about the teacher assaults.
The report may say an assault on the teacher, and that could be anywhere from a spitball to somebody bumping into a teacher. But obviously when there are serious instances involving teacher safety, we're responsive.
But it's more than a spitball, and it may happen more than you know. When we asked Shelby County Schools for a list of all teachers assaulted by students in the last 2 years, they didn't include any mention of the teacher who was attacked 3 times, even though we found police reports filed on his assault. Teachers tell us they are at the breaking point. Listen to how this 2nd grade teacher describes her defiant 7- and 8-year-olds who throw chairs at, push, and kick teachers.
They're violent, either vocal, or if not vocal, they will hit you or they will say ugly things that you'll hear adults saying on the streets.
At Colonial Middle School last year, a teacher was pushed and hit by a student after telling the student to sit down. The student began yelling the F word and threatened his gang was coming to the school to F them up. Officers later found a gang letter in the student's folder. Teachers say they need help, and violent students who sometimes are on medication or have special needs may require specialists.
And that's why, we've asked the County Commission this year for a small investment really around some of these issues, social workers, guidance counselors, to try to get at the root cause and address some of these very serious issues.
Here's what I want somebody to do out there. Go find a teacher. Say, hey, teacher, this guy Colin Flaherty has been telling us for a couple of years that black schools are one big hot chocolate mess.
Lisa, I want some more.
And he says the teachers are under attack, the students are under attack, it's chaos in the school, it's mayhem in school, nonstop. Please, I need somebody to come in here and say that Colin doesn't know anything about anything. Colin's wrong. Black schools are little hothouses of innovation, entrepreneurship, and willingness to learn. Can we get one person to say that? It's a big country. We can't get one person to say that. We can't get one person to even find a writing where a teacher wrote that about black schools. Not one person. Yeah, well, you know what that means. They can't say it because they won't say it because it's not true. If they did say it, and they just don't want to make the black kids angry.